You mentioned piranhas.
Yeah.
What do you think? They're a source of a lot of fear for people. What do you find beautiful and fascinating about these creatures? They're also kind of social, or at least they hunt and operate in groups.
Yeah, not in the mammalian way though. Piranhas are in large schools, but fish are so different. Like if I can talk to you all day about how much I'd love to be an otter. Also, going back to the fighting thing, otters and weasels, musselidae, tend to be very loose in their skin. So if you grab an otter, it can still rotate around to bite you. So it's like if I grab you by the back, you're stuck. You know, like we can't. You grab them by the skin, they can rotate around and just shred you apart. So they're really cool fighters. Piranha fish, I don't identify with fish in terms like that. I think living out here has made me think of fish as kind of rapid food that can or can't be gotten. Like, so to me, a piranha is when I see a piranha, I think about how I want it to taste.
Yeah. So like a fish is a food source for so many creatures in the jungle. Yeah. So they're primarily a food source, but piranhas are, they're predators. They're serious predators.
They are serious predators. I found a baby black caiman not that long ago, and he was missing all of his toes because the piranhas had eaten them off. It was really sad. He just had these stumps, and he was swimming around the water, and I was like, you are not going to make it. He was like 8 inches, and he was such a cute little puppy. He had those big eyes, and I was just like, man, you already are missing all your toes. I was like, it's just a matter of time. Now he can't get away, so some big agami heron's going to come and just nail him, pop him down his throat, and that's the end of that for the caiman.
Man, nature is metal.
Nature, sure as shit, is metal.
Bite off a little bit, and then makes you vulnerable, and then that vulnerability is exploited by some other species, and then that's it. That's the end.
Yeah, but humans are brutal too. Like that story we heard about that guy the other day who caught a stingray on a fishing hook, chopped its tail off to make it safe for humans, cut a piece of the stingray off so that he could use it for bait, and then threw the live fish back in the river. Like, to me, that is incomprehensible amounts of cruelty with flawed logic in every direction. Like, if you're going to use the thing as bait, use it as bait. If you're going to remove its tail, well, then just kill it altogether.
Yeah.
Or if you want to save the animal and not kill it, then don't maim it before you return it to its... It was such a weird...
So if you kill an animal, you want to use it to its fullest by using it as a food source, by cooking it, by eating every part of it, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So we've been eating Paco.
Yeah.
In your time here.
Fried Paco is great.
Amazing. Paco. It's delicious. Full of nutrients. You could tell it makes you healthy. I feel like we have better workouts so that we can go harder in the jungle. And so a few months ago in August, when the river was down, there was a day that the river was clear. And a friend of mine, Victor, who's married to a native girl, he said, it's time to go Paco fishing. And at the time, we were stuck out here and we had no resupply. Everybody was busy. And so everyone was demoralized. The staff was hungry. We were hungry. And it really became this thing of like, hey, go catch us some Paco. They were working on the trails. They were installing the solar. We were working hard and we didn't have food. And so we went out to the river. And what we did was we went upriver. We camped on the beach. And in the morning, Victor's wife was canoeing with the paddle, dead quiet. Don't let the paddle touch the wooden boat. Nikita was balanced in the middle of the thing. Victor's on the front with this huge fishing rod. And I'm sitting there and he goes, I'll catch the first one, you catch the second one. And he's got this huge fishing rod and a piece of half-rotten meat from the day before. And he's smacking it against the water, 6 a.m. He's just letting it smack against the water. And I'm going, and we're floating down the river. And I'm going, this is not going to work. And we're floating, and a half hour passes, and I'm going, it's dawn. I want to go back to sleep. I'm just not a morning person. And all of a sudden, a fish hits that line, almost pulls this man off of his feet. And he swings the thing in. The fish comes on the boat, and then I realize he's got a big metal mallet on the boat so that you could try to shut that fish off. And it's this huge oar-shaped, thick, muscular Paco. And as soon as I saw that fish, I just thought, wow, the strongest of this species for millions of years have been swimming in this river. And suddenly we've, through this incredible combination of the boat and the cord and the hook, none of which we made, and the skill that he had from knowing how to fish a Paco, because otherwise there's no chance that you're getting that fish. They hide. They're very, very suspicious of what you're doing. We had gotten this fish onto the boat and boom, you hammer it like a caveman. Boom, doesn't die. Boom, you have to crush its skull. And now you have this fish, and you're holding this genetic material, this sustenance for your life that has been developing since the dinosaur times. It's so beautiful. Mm-hmm. The sacred act of eating that, mm-hmm. of the fish, of the competition with the fish. And we spent the morning fishing. We got 3 pacos, 3 huge, giant vegetarian piranha. Mm. And I just remember touching them with so much reverence, thinking about the incredible history and how that before these rivers existed, those pacos were swimming through the water and trying to survive through history until we took just a few, and we did it respectfully, and we did it when we needed it most, not at a time when it was just for fun, and it was really, really special.